At this point, we got two objects in our scene. We have our picture, like our sprite, and we have our main camera. So our main camera doesn't have any scripts on it, and our lobster or whatever sprite you chose, it has the one big script on it. Now you can put scripts on multiple objects. So for example, if I go to main camera, I'm going to add the component and do the one big script. If I run it, now you'll see everything's doubled. So there's two things calling that script. So if I play, I don't have all the exact stuff you guys, but you see 42, 42. So you notice that this runs once, this runs once. It ran two times because it's on two objects. So if you ever notice that your script is doing twice the amount of work or twice the debugging, it's probably because you accidentally drug it onto two separate items that you didn't mean to. If you did want the same script on multiple objects, so like if you create like a zombie game, every single zombie is going to have the same zombie script. It might move differently based on its location in the environment, but it'll have the same kind of base logic. So on my main camera, I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that script. So I'm just going to uncheck it, and I'm going to play it. Whoops, make sure you're out of play mode. Uncheck. And then I'm going to play it again, and I should be back to single mode where it's only running the script once. So if I go ahead and open up my console, this runs only once, and everything only ran once. It didn't run the two times. Now there are some scripts that might actually run even though it's unchecked. So if it's still behaving weird, you can always remove the component. But for right now, we're just going to uncheck it. So let's go ahead and look at our script. We're going to look at moving your right function. So we want to try looking at two things. We want to look at a private and a public. So we're going to do a public void move right, and we're going to look at a couple of things. So let's say vector3 right vector equals vector3 dot right. And then let's do a debug log here. Actually, let's do a log warning. Right vector. So what that'll do is it'll put it in the warning category, and we can silence all the other debug logs and just see that one warning. Now, right now it's not calling move right. So in our start function, I'm going to call our move right. So just so you can see it, actually, I'm going to take that back out. If I save it and I play it again, by having the function simply in there, it doesn't actually run the function. If I look at my console log, nothing happened. And if I look at my warnings, there's no warnings. If I call the actual function, so if I do a move right, that means at the start, it's going to call that move right. It's going to jump down and run all the code in here. So if I save that and run it again, oh, I lied. What's going on? So move right, save, play. Oh, there's a warning. Yeah. So it was there, I just had it unchecked. If you ever see you're missing stuff, so see right here at the upper right, you have the regular log messages, you can toggle those on and off. You have the warnings, you can toggle those on and off. And then you have the critical errors, those you can log on and off. So we see that we have right is 1, 0, 0. And it's always going to be that way with a vector3 dot right. So yeah, let's take a look at something though real quick. Instead of vector3 dot right, let's do transform dot right. So we're going to save that, and I'm going to play. So it's also 1.0.0. Now let's try something real quick. I click on my lobster dog. Just make sure you're in scene mode. And actually, so in this one, if you move far enough, so if you're right here, you can resize. If you move farther out, you get this little rotate. I'm going to rotate my dog. And now when I press play, so before it was 1, 0, 0. If I press play, you see right is now a different vector. So in order for my dog to go right, I got to go 0.8 over here and down 0.6. So you see it's actually doing the right thing. It's going over and down. So that's the right direction right there. So let's take a look at, so this is this dot right, the transform dot right of the object. Let's go ahead and take a look at vector 3 dot right again. So if I do a play, oops, well, there it went. You see vector 3 is always going to be 1, 0, 0. It's always that, because the default right, it means you're going to the right for the whole global scene. So vector 3 dot right is global, whereas transform dot right is local to the object. So depending on how the object is rotated, that's the right direction. All right, so get that working. In the next one, we're going to actually look at kind of making it where it's updating and just kind of moving to the right.